All right, good morning, YouTube. It is Monday, December 14th, 2020. Um, the year's almost over, thankfully, and I'm just doing a quick 2-month update on the recovery of my stroke. If you watched any of the other videos that I've put up here on the YouTubes, I had a stroke on May 13th, so I am a day late, and I think I did like a video right when I got out, and then like every month for 3 months, and then 2 months. And so here's just a 2-month update. So probably watching this, if you're watching the series, doesn't look a whole lot different than any of my other ones. Probably looks a little bit better than the last one I did sitting in my pickup truck, blinking up a storm because I had this gross, crazy, heinous eye infection. Here I am. I'm back at home. You may recognize some of the scenery without getting vertigo. And just out on my morning walk. Today I'm doing 3 miles. Typical is to do 3 or 4 miles before I go to work in the morning. As far as physical stuff goes, I'm pretty darn close. It may sound kind of ridiculous, but after 6 months, 7 months, I don't necessarily remember exactly how I was before I had my stroke, but yeah, so I feel pretty decent. I still do get headaches, probably once or twice a day. I'm able to fight them off. In the last couple months, so on November 3rd, I was supposed to have surgery to close the PFO, the hole in my heart, and I just got back from Washington. I go to check in, and they have me in the robe. I'm on the bed. They're getting ready for the anesthesia, and the intake specialist, whoever it was, okay, I'm turning around 3 miles away. So it's like, hey, like, why is your eye red? I'm like, oh yeah, I have like some infection in my eye. And it was like, they stopped the whole thing. They're like, oh, if you have an infection, a bacterial infection, then the infection can travel to the device that we put in your heart, and it'll kill you. And I'm just like, dude, I just want this over with, please. And so I was like, no, it's like an allergy, not bacterial. And no, we got to get you cleared. And so they stopped it, sent me over to have my eyes evaluated, and then it was like done. So that was 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago. It's been a while, and it's kind of a bummer. They like made it my decision. It's like when you're staying up late playing Xbox and your mom comes in the room and is like, okay, it's your decision. And it's like, okay, they're just gonna sit there and hound me the whole time. So I kind of got cornered into not doing it, and that's fine. They're looking out for me. They're looking out for themselves, so they don't get in trouble and end up with a dead guy on their hands. And I totally get it. So not a knock on them at all by any means. Then I spent the whole day getting my eyes checked out and did not learn a thing. So my left eye, I'm trying to control the out of control blinking, but my eye's a little dry, sorry. So my left eye, I had to have gotten something in it or something like that, and it just got some sort of like an allergic reaction. So I like every day, a couple times a day, I just have these like humongo eye bugs, and it's really gross. Very disrespectful, as President Trump would say. So something, I don't know, I'll probably end up getting it figured out at some point, but like right now I'm not taking any medicine for it. They had me on like the steroid that would just flush everything out, and it worked pretty well, but it's almost like a sore on my eyeball that's just constantly pumping out I don't know, watery, white, clear-ish eye bugs. It's really gross. So we'll stop talking about it. Yes. So effects of the stroke. When I first had my stroke, pretty much lost my sense of balance. Eyes were all out of whack. You know, my eyes were like paralyzed. We kind of talked about this, and I think the first video, you know, my eyes are pretty animated. I'm like looking around and stuff. That movement, for the most part, is gone, or is not gone, but it's the limitation on the movement is pretty much gone. I can still feel it a little bit, like at the extremes, but overall I don't really notice it. Issues that I do have is still like focusing on things, but I'm talking like really far away. I mean, my I don't even know what you call it. My double vision is pretty much gone. I can feel it creeping in a little bit when I get really tired, or when I focus on stuff. I'm talking like miles away, you know, trying to look at a mountain, trying to look at like there's a tree. I can't, okay, there's a eucalyptus tree like a mile and a half that way. I try to focus on that. It's kind of apparent, like, yeah, man, you're not going to be focusing on that stuff anytime soon. So I just let it go. Since I've had the infection in my eye, or I don't even know what to call it. I keep calling it infection. They're going to use this as evidence against me. Since whatever is going on with my left eye, when I was taking medicine for it, my eye would be clear. When I stopped taking the medicine for it, there's like this encroaching blurriness. And so it's something that can be mostly corrected by looking at it with both eyes, because the right eye takes over and focuses. I can still read signs far away. I can still do a lot of stuff, still drive. But the blurriness in the left eye really manifests itself as I get a little more tired, or with like fatigue, headaches, looking at looking at computer screen at work and just sitting there like, you know, doing whatever it is I do. So that right now I think is my main physical limitation. Cognitively, I do feel much better and I'm a lot less frustrated. However, I know I'm not 100% yet. And I try to be positive and upbeat about it, try to count my many blessings, but it is tough. Just knowing that I should be able to perform some sort of complex task quickly and be okay, and not being able to do it, it's frustrating. It's frustrating. So 2 weeks ago, took a little trip out to these like hot spring things that we have out east of here, out towards Yuma, and as soon as I hit the interstate, the fan belt on my truck shredded and caused all kinds of problems with the truck. So it's very frustrating because just the situation being what it was, and the heightened the heightened tension of it all just really put a strain on me. It was like instant headache. The truck's overheating, and I don't know what's wrong with it. I didn't know it was the belt yet. It took me a while to diagnose it, and ended up being a crappy day. So the belt shredded, and then when the belt broke, it like slapped some sort of electrical connector or something and damaged it, caused all these problems with the truck, and took me a little bit of time to put everything together and diagnose it as a broken fan belt, which I did, and we made it home. It was just like something that would have been an instant computation, you know, on May 12th is now like, you know, taking me a half an hour to figure out. So that was kind of lame. That's about it. I think overall I am very lucky Very blessed, even though I did have a stroke, which sucks. Could have been much worse. You know, I see videos of people who've had a stroke like mine in their thalamus, and, you know, it smokes it, and, you know, if they survive, they have a lot of jacked up stuff happen to them. So there is a pretty broad spectrum of lasting effects, and I'd say I'm way towards the lighter end of that, fortunately. So I still don't know that I'll be able to get back in the uniform or be able to rumble like I used to. But hey, if it's this good after 7 months, I have a feeling when I hit that year mark, I'll be in dang good shape. So for right now, I'm just kind of in a holding pattern, and it's frustrating. But I just try to be useful at work, try to have a good attitude, and at least for the kiddos, reestablish a sense of normalcy, even though that probably will take a really long time to get back, but be as normal as I am capable of being. I don't think I really have a whole lot else to update with, and I think that kind of speaks to the fact that I'm a day late posting this. Kind of speaks to just the recovery in general. Is like, you know, it's good. I think I'm mostly past it. I think that I will continue to improve in degrees which I won't even recognize, and hopefully I'll end up getting a dang appointment to get my PFO closed up, and I will be good to go. I guess one thing that I can talk about is I ended up having a comment on one of my other videos from somebody who had had a stroke similar to mine, and it was just a little bit rewarding and fulfilling to kind of get that feedback and to hear from somebody who has suffered from something similar to me. And I hope that, because there's so few things out there about it, maybe it can be helpful. That's pretty much all I'm doing this for. It's not a pity party, as much as I love those. It's just a documentation, I guess. Quick shout out to my buddies at work. So I do work with some savages, and I love it because I'm savage too. But they've been very supportive towards me throughout this whole endeavor, and I'm talking donating me hours to be able to stay home and recover, letting me go on a 2-month temporary assignment up north to get out of the summer heat. That was killing me, and just the overall attitude, you know, and general support. There's a lot of things I could specify, but I don't want to get too in the weeds. I just want to do a quick shout out to my guys at work and tell you guys I really appreciate all the help, all the support, good words, being able to show up to work and see a friendly face. You know, as it details in Man's Search for Meaning, having that purpose is really beneficial in inspiring me to keep pushing and to keep going forward. So that's where I'm at right now. Hope everybody has a Merry Christmas. Hope I do too. And you'll hear from me again in 2 months. Thank you.